initially drew you to pole vaulting, and how did you get started in the sport?
Um, I think what initially drew me to pole vaulting was honestly the adrenaline rush. I was watching it on TV and I was getting an adrenaline rush just from watching it. So I thought I could feel even more of an adrenaline rush when I actually pole vaulted. What was the question?
What made you decide to come to the U.S. for college and compete in track and field?
I think just the sheer amount of colleges that compete in track and field here is it's just better than the UK. We only have like 2 or 3 that have the facilities and have the equipment for it, and here the majority of colleges do, and the competition is so much better as well as the coaching.
How has your experience at competing at the How has your experience been competing at the college collegiate level in the U.S.?
I've had a really positive experience competing here. I would say that the amount of competitions and opportunities we get through track and field is great, and it's good for personal development also. And I've met some great people along the way, like Ben Bowles.
What are some of the biggest differences between training and competing in your home country versus here?
I would say the main difference between my home country and here is probably the physicality of the sport. I think here they strive for people to be stronger and faster, whereas at home it's more technical based. So here we just lift a lot more weights and run a lot more. It hurts.
How has your time as a student athlete shaped you both on and off the track?
On the track, I've become more confident in myself and my pole vaulting ability. I've also improved my ability to calm my nerves, and I think that has also helped me off the track, as when I'm in job interviews or high stress situations, I can be more calm, cool and collected.
What have been some of the biggest challenges you faced as an international student athlete?
I think the biggest challenge is definitely, my first year was definitely some homesickness. I think it's something you've got to get over and realise that you're here for a reason, but it also gets you really down and sad because I miss things like blood pudding and just some home delicacies I can't get here anymore. And, another big challenge is definitely not having family through times of hardship, like for example if you get injured at college and you aren't training with your friends at the track team, it's a rather lonely time.
Can you describe a memorable high or low moment for your pole vaulting career here?
I'd say my high point here is my first indoor nationals at Pittsburgh State University. I went in ranked last in the whole collective pole vault competition, and I came 6th at that competition. I PR'd twice, and the low point was probably having to come to a decision to medical redshirt one of my outdoor seasons due to an Achilles injury.
How has your technique or mindset evolved over your time in college?
I would say my technique hasn't changed much, as I was always pushed for very technical, to be very technical when I was living back in the UK, but it's definitely improved just the more experience I have, and my mindset has become a lot better in terms of having the confidence to know that I can jump well every competition and be the best at the competition.
With this being your final season, what goals do you have set for yourself?
Obviously to become All-American indoor and outdoor. I know that's ever increasingly hard, especially now we have a lot of people who are older coming into the event as they say they're true freshmen. and also I would like a conference. I would like to win conference, and then hopefully clear 18 feet.
What emotions are you feeling as you approach your last few indoor meets in college and your last ever outdoor college season?
There's obviously some sadness there, but also sometimes I'm filled with a bit of regret that I should have pushed harder in my earlier seasons. But happiness, knowing that all I've achieved and looking back. And also I'm happy because I won't be hurting all the time, because pole vault hurts a lot.
Do you have any plans to continue pole vaulting after college, either competitively or recreationally?
I do have plans to be competitive in pole vault after college, and I'm hoping to qualify for the 2026 Commonwealth Games, which is kind of the British Empire's Olympic Games. So I'd like to compete there, so we'll see.
Looking back, what advice would you give to younger international athletes considering competing in the US?
I would tell them to visit the university before coming and make sure that relationships with coaches and knowing other athletes before you arrive on campus is a great thing to do. As I spent the first 3 weeks trying to fit in and make friends, and I've often found myself in the wrong crowd of people, but after the first 3 weeks it was okay. Another piece of advice I'll give them was, even though you're international, the staff here are fully aware of the feelings that you're going through, so talk to them and know that they would try just as hard with you as they will with any native athlete.
How do you hope to be remembered by your teammates and coaches?
I hope to be remembered as hardworking, but also fun at practices, and not just being so serious all the time, but I like to have a laugh and enjoy myself.
Finally, if you could sum up your entire experience in one sentence, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a difficult question. Got me thinking. I would say constant failure has led to later successes and happiness.